Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Scrap Mechanics Survival Mode, and today's gonna be a doozy of an experimental episode because I'm gonna be building, or attempting to build, a brand new logger vehicle design. Now, I don't know if this is gonna be a one episode or perhaps like it might even turn into a multi-episode thing, because I can see this taking a lot of time and a lot of fine tuning and a lot of trial and error, because I have the perfect, conditions I want this vehicle to be able to accomplish, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do that, and I might need to test out a few designs, see if they work, see if they don't. Now, you may notice that I'm missing a vehicle, and that is because I've already gone through and deleted my entire previous vehicle to get the materials off of it, so I got my metal on here, and then I got these 3 crates, which these are all the wheels I used on that vehicle, believe it or not. I got all these wheels and pistons and just everything else I've used on the vehicle as well as some extra parts that I might use on this one. And I also got these 2 refineries because I want there to be 2 refineries on this. So that's in addition to the ones I have over here, but these are going to be on the vehicle itself. So here's what I have in mind with the ideal logging vehicle. I want it to be able to refine as it logs. And in order for that to happen, that means that the resource collectors have to be very, very close to the refineries, because the refineries will only grab from the resource collectors from like a very, very close distance like this. And that means that the log has to be sawed down into its component rods very, very close to these resource collectors. So that means that all the sawing of the tree needs to happen in a very isolated area of the vehicle. Otherwise, we're going to have a bunch of stray rods that don't get picked up by these resource collectors. So I kind of think I have to do something similar to my previous vehicle, where it feeds into a certain area that saws it up and breaks it down, and that way all the rods will be focused into an area near the resource collectors. That's the plan, at least. I don't know, there's so many factors here that I need to consider, and I feel like I just need to take it step by step, because it's overwhelming me otherwise. All right, so I'm gonna use some net material again. I like the fact that I can see through the net material, and also it's light and I have it. It's always good to have material that you want to build out of. So what I think we're going to start with is building the feeding mechanism first. Like, I want there to be this bed of wheels, kind of like I had the vertical wheels, but this time it's just going to be a horizontal bed, and gravity is going to be what keeps the tree in contact with the wheels rather than pistons trying to squeeze around the tree. I think this is going to be a little bit more efficient and reliable than the piston method I had before. So I measured a big tree, and I think that the big trees are 5 blocks wide. So if I just do 1 there, so this is 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. And then this makes 5 blocks, just like that. And what I don't know actually is how long the sections of each section of the trees are, you know? So I'm curious if having these gaps is going to mess me up, or if it's going to actually be fine. I feel like that might mess me up a little bit, to be honest. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Okay, I have a feeling that this is going to make me run out of wheels if I do it this way, so I am actually thinking about an adjustable system here, because we don't need to cover the whole thing. So if I just have 1, 2, 3 like this on each one of these, and then an extra one on the outside. So now it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide still. And then to prevent the smaller trees from falling off to the sides, I'll actually have an adjustable side area that can squeeze in on the smaller trees, keeping them in there. So I can pretty much make a tree setting, like if it's a small, medium, or large tree. And I think I only really need to go between small and large. I think small and medium can both fit in the small category. So let's see how many wheels I have to make this conveyor belt go. All right, so I got 8 layers of wheels, and I think that should be good enough. I hope that should be good enough. So imagine that the base of the tree is right here. The stump of the tree is right here. So if we saw the stump here and the tree, we have the tree fall back onto this, I can't have it go in this direction, because how tall the tree is will vary on how far it's going to land down here. But what we can control is the stump is always going to be right here. So if we have the tree fall back onto here, the stump should be somewhere around here. So I think we need to start sawing it down from the stump end that it falls over from. Because then no matter how tall the tree is, it's just gonna get fed in from this location. So the issue with that is we need to keep this open so we can catch the tree here, and then we need to close it off so we can feed the tree back into that area through some saw blades of some sort. All right, so here's a first little prototype test here. I'm thinking this is how it's gonna start, because this will leave room for this to approach the tree, pull it back down. I'm gonna have guide rails, of course. But yeah, we pull it back down, and then what I'm thinking is we press this button, and we increase the speed, and these need to go 180. Okay, that's too much. 180 is definitely too much. Let's figure out, what about 150? Hey, 150 looks pretty good. I basically just wanted to make sure that they're not gonna, like, because there's the collision doesn't go all the way to the edge of these blades, but I want to make sure that whatever tree is getting fed through here, that is definitely, ow, I actually got hurt by them. I just want to make sure that the tree is definitely going to get stuck right here. All right, I think that can work. And it opens. Yeah, so those will be powered. Well, you know what? Let's build the resource containers into this thing. So they're just gonna stay there. All right, so I hope that these resource containers are close enough to right here so that they'll catch whatever tree happens to be fed through here. All right, so another quick experiment. I hooked this controller up to all of these, and I think they're all going in the wrong direction right now. But I want to make sure that all of these are actually connected in a way that they move as intended. All right, that looks correct. That does look correct. And if I stand on top, oh, look at this. Look at that. Hopefully, that'll provide enough force on the tree to feed it into the saw blades. Oh, that feels nice. That feels really nice. All right, and that's not going to require any power because it's on a controller too, so that's good. And I'll just delete that switch for now. All right, now I'm going to work on building this adjustable sidewall that I mentioned. So this is the plan. So if I just have it aligned with this on either side, that's going to be a 5 width gap, which I think should fit the largest type of tree. So I'm just going to make this wall going all the way down like this. I don't think I'm going to have enough net. I want it to be at least 3 high. There we go. And I got to do that on the other side too. Is this all? No, I have plenty of net. Okay, we're good on net. The 5 wide trees, and I think the medium trees are like 3 wide. They should both fit here just fine. But what I'm worried about with the smaller trees is they're going to get stuck over into this 1 block area. So then my plan is for that is I'll have these pistons, and let's just put them on speed 4. I don't really know what speed we need. And I'm just going to have them go in by 1 block on either side, and then that... Oh wow, that's actually really fast. Let's not have it that fast. Let's have it as slow as it can go. All right, how's that? Oh yeah, that's plenty speed. So now that should prevent the smaller trees from escaping here. All right, I like this. I like where this is going so far. So we have adjustable tree size container. I'm actually just trying to think about how to get the tree to begin falling in here in the first place. Because I have so much stuff already up on the front that I don't want to block it with anything else, but I need to still grab the tree. Oh, this is a lot of big brain stuff that my brain is not feeling equipped for right now, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep thinking those thoughts. I'll try not to hurt myself though. Guys, I think I just found some free energy. This is an unpowered bearing, but notice. You notice something here? It's very spinny, and as you can see, oh, I almost killed myself. That was happening very, very quickly. Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of working. So what I did here was I wanted to see if I had any room to build out right here, and if I had this at 150 degrees, was it going to collide with this? And the answer is yes, it does. It definitely does collide with this. But strangely, it seems to also power the saw blade on the bearing. So let me try it. I just moved it over a little bit. I want to see if this still... 'Still... 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 ' I don't know if I want to like rely on that. Like it's already unreliable enough using engines, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but that's just an interesting effect, isn't it? All right, so here's what I'm thinking about how to get the trees to fall back onto here. I'm seeing a lot of potential issues with like, I have to approach the tree from just the right angle, like on if it's on a hill or like an incline or anything like that. So what I'm thinking is I think like 7 should be good enough on these pistons here. What'll happen is I'll extend these pistons out past the tree, and then I will grab the tree just like so. I could definitely pick up the speed on those. And you know what? I think it'll be more secure if I just have those overlap a little bit more. And then I'll have some type of other saw to cut out the bottom of the tree. And then once the bottom of the tree gets cut out, we bring it back, and that should cause it to get pivoted from this point and hopefully fall straight back onto here. I'm predicting that at some point we're going to make the mistake of the tree's going to fall slightly angled or sideways, and it's just not going to work well. But there might be some potential ways we can mitigate that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in the development process right now. So now what we have left is we have to cut down the tree in the first place, because these are not for cutting down the tree, these are for cutting up the tree. Down and up. And it's kind of interesting that that makes sense, having those opposite words. I never really considered the opposite of cutting down a tree might be cutting up a tree, and they both make sense in their own respective context. Words. And then we have the other issue of we have to add wheels. That we have to make this thing a vehicle somehow. Where am I going to put my wheels? All right, so I'm going to try to build the actual rest of the vehicle itself out of tier 3 metal. And I'm doing a weird piston thing here because I have a lofty idea that I want this entire mechanism to be able to angle up. So that way, not only is the belt going to feed the tree in, but then we can angle it up so that gravity also helps, I hope. That's the plan, at least. This is actually a little bit more stressful than I expected because I have to build so much of it before I can even test if what I'm building is viable. So I'm pretty much building the entire vehicle and then seeing if it works. And if it doesn't work, I will be a very sad ScrapMan. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, so I put the refineries on here, as you can see. So we got these, they're gonna lead into the refinery, and then these need to lead into chests. I will have them rotate inwards, so that way if there's any force being applied from the saw blades to the trees, it's going to be forcing them downwards into the wheels and not upwards and out of the bin that we have. Does this piston work as intended to tilt the entire mechanism up? Okay, well, how about that? It's actually working. Let's go max height. Wow. The bush is in the way. Hold on. See, I'm a little bit worried about this is so high off the ground. I didn't want this to be high off the ground. And as you can see, the saw blades come in. So now, let's imagine that we are a tree and we're just getting fed right down into here. And I just really, really hope that these are close enough to just automatically pick up whatever we're dropping for rods. All right, now the only thing that is missing is sawing down the tree. I almost completely forgot that I still have to saw the tree down. You know what? I'm kind of curious here. Let's see if we can even drive this thing around yet. All right. Hey, it drives around pretty well. Actually, that drives around really, really well. Holy cow, that drives around super well. All right, that's good. All right, so number 1 needs to be those pistons up there. I'm just imagining ourselves pulling up to a tree. What order do I press the buttons in? First, we need to extend the pistons, which is this button. So number 1 extends the pistons. Number 2 will turn the grabber thing, which is that, which goes to here. Number 2 does that. Okay, and then we need to activate the saw blades, which is this engine right here. All right, so let me press number 3. Saw blades are activated. And now I do want to do an experiment where I want to see if these saw blades themselves can actually saw down the tree. Maybe I don't need to have another saw just for sawing the tree down. So those are attached to this. All right, so I'm gonna press number 4 to move these in. And I'm wondering if we can just approach a tree and then saw the tree like that. All right, so now number 5. I think number 5 is going to be moving the conveyor belt. Of course. This one will be number 5. All right, number 5 moves the conveyor belt into the saws. And then number 6 should be raising this piston. Number 6. And I can do that faster for sure. Yeah, look at that. That is good. I like that. All right, and then number 7 should be the wall to adjust it for the smaller sizes. This will be number 7. Number 7 moves those in. All right, that's everything. Now let's watch it completely fail and be all this hour and a half almost of work is gonna be for nothing. All right, let's give ourselves the best benefit of the doubt and have like a flat area and a flat tree. Oh, this is a small tree, so we're gonna press number 7. Gotta memorize my controls too. All right, and I'm gonna be downhill from the tree because I think that's our best bet for the tree to fall, but will it fall too far? That's a concern I hadn't thought about. If we can even chop it down in the first place. Okay, number 1, number 2. There we go. We grab onto it. And then number 3, number 4 pulls us into it. Oh no! I didn't consider that. I did not consider that. But wait. What if there is a fallback and I can do the weld? I can do the welding technique. Because I think you can weld trees, right? Weld it right here. Okay, I mean, that's something, right? All right, I'm getting up on a flat ground. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to drop the tree down now. Drop the tree. Activate this, and then number 4 moves them in. There we go. And now number 5 feeds it. Number 6 will have it gravity fed more. Why isn't it going anymore? Wow. Ow, ow, ow. No, I'm gonna kill myself. So, come on. Oh no, I forgot to close it in. That's why it fell into the gap. I forgot to adjust it for the smaller one. What happens when I press it now? It is number 7. Oh, it worked. It worked. Okay, we have something here. That was not a failure. That was actually not a complete failure. I mean, the initial goal of having it fall into here just on its own was kind of a bit of a failure, but that wasn't a complete failure. All right, so let's find a bigger tree. How about this one right over here? All right, number 1, number 2, number 3. That's the issue. That's the issue right now. I think I just need to make the grabber arm go up higher. I was hoping to avoid that because I don't want this thing to be subject to branches. I don't want the branches to be an issue. But I think this is just something that we're going to have to do. So let's make that adjustment right now. All right, so hopefully that will prevent it from falling out away from us and bring it back towards us. All right, number 2. Oh, number 3, number 4. Oh, I see the issue. Oh, that is a big issue. The issue is that these saw blades, and I think this happens like most of the time, it doesn't cut it off at the trunk right here. It actually turns this into free-floating objects, which means that up here is actually the bottom of the tree. So we're pulling it from its actual bottom, and that means it's just gonna fall away. All right, it's really, really dark right now, which is unfortunate, but let's give this one a try and see what is going on here. Okay, now bring it back. Oh, that is not how that was supposed to go. What? How did the base of the tree get all the way over there? That's not how this was supposed to work at all. It has like potential, but it's just not quite getting to where it's supposed to be. All right, so I'm doing another test on a medium tree here, but this time using the welding method. And this time I'm actually gonna weld it from the saw end, so it should make a little bit more sense. And actually, just to prepare for it, we're actually going to tilt this up as well, so that way it's not gonna fall off the end. All right, so we should be able to weld it right here. Perfect. Before I disconnect the weld point, we bring the saw blades over like this. Oh, whoops. That's fine. Now we activate these, and now I can disconnect the weld point. And just like that. Oh, it's going. Oh, the tree is too long. Oh, this is definitely not gonna work when it comes to the bigger trees, because this is not long enough. So here, let me close this. Hopefully prevent it from going up at all. And I'm also gonna press number 5 to start feeding it. Okay. Why isn't it working? Oh, here, let me try closing it with number 7. And now number 5 to feed it. There we go. All right, well, this is working, kinda. Look at that. This is actually working pretty well. I wish I could see it working a little bit better. Oh, wow, look at that. Worked really well. All right, I feel like this really, really has potential. And I'm actually going to put these other lights on the back here. And hopefully this will allow us to see a little bit better from the back. All right, we're trying the weld method again on this tree right here. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And that's not how that's supposed to go either. All right, so to solve this issue of the stump raising up like it has been, I'm just gonna do this. And this just extends our ability to catch out by a lot, and that should prevent what was happening. So let's go ahead and we can just test that out on the same exact tree that we were just using. And yeah, that helped to catch it for sure. All right, so now let's start, let's close it in, and then we'll start the feeding process just like that. Oh, that's not good. All right, and another one is done. All right, let's go find a big tree because I haven't done it on a big tree yet, and I just want to see what happens. Oh man, look at the back of this. This is crazy. Actually, I think if I lift it up, I think this is just a better travel mode right here. Look how big the tree is. There's no way this is gonna work. There is no way at all that this is ever gonna work. Okay, let's put this down. Let's press number 1, press number 2. Oh man, yeah, this is such a stupid method. Look at how big this tree is. How did I even expect this to work? All right, here we go. Yep, that's not how that's supposed to fall. All right, but let's try the weld method, all right? So I'm just going to go ahead and take this weld point here. We weld it right there. Oh, it is heavy. You know what? That's not too far. That's not too far back. Let's see if we can lift this up. Number 6. Whoa. No, that's not how that's supposed to go at all. What just happened? Yeah, that's supposed to go up. Did you see that go forward? That's not at all how that's supposed to... What? What is happening to this piston? I didn't think this could... I'll just detach the weld point now. There's some weird effects happening right now. And we are going to go ahead and try to feed this with our belt. Ah, no, I knew this was going to happen. The issue is the attachment points of the actual saw blades themselves. But I think if I do this, I can kind of make it work. Man, sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it doesn't. So the issue that's happening here is when I have these in its full closed position, here, let me show you. There's points, these points, right on the bearing, they actually collide a little bit with the log that is coming through. So I have to like expand it a little bit so that the log will fit through, unfortunately. All right, but we're getting through the log. It's happening slowly but surely. We're picking everything up too, and once the log is done, we should be able to put this back on a lift and fix our piston issue. And I don't know if there's a way to prevent that from happening in the future. Yeah, look at this. It's actually working pretty efficiently now. Once we got to the end of the log, it starts working. All right, and it's all done. So now let's see what has happened here. How did this end up happening? Pretty much none of this is actually attached over here. I think in order for this to successfully pivot, I need to maybe do this. I have one bearing. One bearing might be enough. You do that, and then that, and then that. And now let's see if we can still pivot it upwards. And then we shouldn't have that issue where it separates from the body anymore. All right, and number 6. All right, yep, still pivots upwards, and it's gonna pivot on that point now. All right, I think I just solved the issue. So there's plenty of other big trees. Let's find another big tree and see if we can actually lift it up now. All right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna extend these out, but I'm not going to squeeze around it just yet. First, I'm gonna destroy it. Oh, no, that was also a bad idea, unfortunately. All right, once again, we must resort to welding. But this time, we should be able to do this without the issue of our piston freaking out. All right, it's actually working. Okay, kind of. Wait, what? If I do this, does it block it? This is probably gonna block it, isn't it? Okay, maybe for the bigger trees, flatter is better. Oh, no, stop. I didn't mean to have it go through like that. All right, well, we're gonna be missing some, unfortunately. It's working on its own right now. Look at this. It's working really, really well right now. I adjusted some controller angles, and I think... Did it fix it? It shouldn't be completely fixed, but hey, we just got all the way through it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And there we go, that whole tree is gone now. That wasn't so bad. Back to another tree. Let's go ahead and press number 5 to start feeding it through. Open up these doors. And well, I'm just gonna leave that running while I go hammer out the ones in the front here. Oh, I have a single banana left. I gotta get back, get some food. Yeah, look at this. As I'm doing this, it's actually getting through most of the logs. It dropped this one, but the rest of them have been pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and put that. They're running away. They're running away. Oh no, it's kicking the logs out. Don't kick the logs out. All right, and it's actually taking care of the rest of it on its own so far. Oh, let's get out of here. And there we go. That entire tree is done. Look at that. This is almost full on this side, and this one's not very full. Apparently it favors that side. All right, so I'm gonna head back because I have no more nourishment. And then we'll check on how we're doing as far as resources goes in our chests. All right, and we are back home. Oh, I never even thought about, can this vehicle fit on my bridge? And it can, fortunately. This is such a ridiculous vehicle. All right, let's check out the results. We weren't quite as efficient as we planned on this being since we had to do the whole weld thing on all the trees, but over here, oh, okay. Let's take these. These are gonna be refined into level 1 wood. All right, that's not bad. Like, focusing on the big trees seems to be pretty efficient. I think this actually does a lot better with the big trees than my last one did. All right, so then we got that, and we can craft some wood out of these. All right, so that is first attempt at the new logging system. I think obviously the thing that we need to fix is tree stabilization upon, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Hank, is that you, Hank? Hank. What are you doing? Who let you out of your cage? Wait, which one of you is Hank? Which one of you? Excuse you. Which one of you is Hank? I need, okay, you know what? All right, we're gonna do this. I can't believe we're gonna do this, but I'm gonna try to do this. I don't know if this is big enough. All right, come on. Ah, why would you do that? Okay, no, stop. Oh, come on, guys, come on. Hank, this is your fault, Hank. Whichever one of you is Hank, this is definitely your fault. All right, all of you, just come in here. Yes, good. What? Okay, well, you know, you don't deserve to be part of this anymore. You just teleport. All right, I think we all know who Hank is now. I think we've discovered it. We've solved the mystery. We found Hank. Clearly, this is not Hank. This one is Hank. That one was definitely not Hank. Hank would never go in the water. I know Hank. Hank is not a water person at all. All right, anyway, like I was saying, I think the next improvement to make to this thing is the mechanism that gets it onto this conveyor belt, because right now it's useless. It doesn't actually work. I think if we can hold the tree like on the top area, just like grab the tree around the top area so it doesn't move, and then we just lay it down somehow. That I gotta do something like that. Hopefully we can figure that out without too much issue. I'm at least happy that this seems to be a little bit more consistent and better than the other one once we get it on the belt and feeding into the saw blades, and the fact that it catches and refines everything really, really well. That's a huge bonus over the other one. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to gather enough wood to start expanding more on what I wanted to do over here. Hope you guys are enjoying survival so far. If you want to see some more survival content or other fun stuff on the channel, then you're going to want to check out this stuff on the end screen right here. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.